Hello and welcome back to Syberia! At the wall! Our next obstacle, preventing the advancement of our journey. So let's see what we can do about the wall. And let's talk to Oscar, let's wind up the train, and let's go listen to a lecture, but only if we have to. So let's see what we can do before that. Hi, Oscar.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
Oh, that was weird. Like, it automatically started talking to Oscar as if something big was gonna happen, and then it was like nothing.
You know, I think I would have liked being a student at this university.
Interesting.
Everything's just so different here. Yorkshire does feel like another planet.
The planet New York? Is that our next stop?
Yes.
Not exactly, Oscar. But I don't think you'd like it there. It doesn't run like clockwork.
Ho-ho!
This guy Hans.
This guy.
But he's obviously a genius. And then there are the mammoths. Funny guy, don't you reckon?
I'll have you know Hans Vorarlberg is my creator, Kate Walker.
So you can't have been created by a funny guy? Is that what you're saying?
Speaking of mechanical problems, there aren't any other hitches I should know about, Oscar?
This train has no mechanical problems, Kate Walker. Winding the spring mechanism is standard service procedure.
Okay, Oscar. Don't get all touchy about it. I didn't mean it like that.
Bird.
Everybody seems to like the Sauvignon grape here. People and birds. Especially these accursed Amazon cuckoos.
It is regrettable that my constitution does not enable me to ingurgitate this product.
That's everybody excluding Oscar.
Oscar wants to be able to get drunk, but he can't.
Oscar, get ready. I'm going to start winding up the clockwork engine.
Hold on to your pants.
Walker. Then we can carry on our journey. An engineer prides himself
on punctuality.
I know, Oscar, I know. Oscar, couldn't you just try giving me a hand winding the train back up again?
My incompetence in this matter will only hinder you, Kate Walker.
That sounds awfully a lot like sarcasm, or like he's not being serious. Oh, I am so incompetent. I could never wind up the train. But well, let's wind up the train and see what happens then. If I just talk to Oscar after winding up the train, what's gonna happen then? So, same way as before, you wind it out, then you pull the lever, it winds up the train, and then you're good to go. And you can, like... No? Okay, it just automatically goes back. Weird. Oh, a call again. Probably from Olivia or Dan.
Hello?
Where are you?
It's Dan.
Hi, Dan. I'm in Barrickstadt.
What? Is that a town? I hope the man you're looking for lives there. Are you coming home soon?
From what I gather, it's one huge university with an extraordinary station, aviary.
Kate
is
so weird.
There are trees and birds everywhere. It's so weird here.
Sounds like a great place for a bit of sightseeing. So, are you coming back soon?
I don't think so. In fact, the train I'm traveling on has some kind of a mechanical problem. We've been forced to stop here.
Us? I thought you were alone. Who's with you?
Oscar, the train engineer.
You're messing around with mechanics now, are you?
Don't be so stupid, Dan, please. Oscar is an automaton created by Mr. Vorarlberg, the man I'm looking for. And he's not any old robot. He's a sophisticated butler type, if you see what I mean.
Music, please.
He's a bit obsessive.
We're having a moment here.
Kate, I don't know what they're feeding you in Europe, but don't you think it's time that you came home?
I gotta finish my contract,
my
man.
mission still isn't finished.
To hell with your mission. I don't
Fuck
know why
you.
accepted in the first place. If you just stuck to the middle of the road, then we wouldn't be in this mess.
We? If there's any mess, it's me who's in it. And while I'm trying to come to grips with strange towns, you, my darling, are sitting at home on your butt. I seem to remember we had nothing against my departure.
It was only going to be 2 or 3 days, Kate. Please, try to put yourself in my shoes.
Your shoes. Not only do I have to fit myself into your diary, but I've got to get myself into your shoes as well? Is there anywhere else Sir would like me to put myself while we're on the
Break up,
subject?
break up,
I don't
break
want to
up.
talk about it now. Call me back when you've calmed down.
I was perfectly calm before I picked up your call. I only wanted a few words of encouragement, not your disdain. Was that too much to ask?
You can be such a selfish...
Takes one
Bitch!
to know one, sweetheart.
How dare you? Oh man, trouble in paradise, huh? Okay. This relationship sure is going well. Kind of weird and lots of weird overreactions, and Kate is very strange, like, in the way that she talks to people. Like, she just ignores their questions and talks about, like, it's so pretty here, and she did the same with, like, her fucking boss, just like, I'm in a university, it's cool, and lots of stuff. I don't know. Very, very strange way to, like, inform her. I don't know. It's weird. But Dan is also being a fucking whiny bitch.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
He must understand that, like, the mission, the contract is, like,
liked being a student at this
important.
university.
And I need to finish it.
That's it, Oscar. We can go.
We can
Kate
go.
Walker, I must remind you of one of the journey regulations. All objects featured in the train's inventory must be
Aha.
replaced before departure.
I don't understand.
Aha!
Something is missing, Kate Walker.
Oh my god! The mammoth doll!
There it
Please
is.
return it to its allocated position, Kate Walker.
That's cool. Alright, that's a clever way of doing it. So you have to go to the lecture because you have to get the mammoth doll back. Because you can't leave unless it's in the train. And you couldn't get here unless you gave the mammoth doll in the first place, so you wouldn't miss out on it. Interesting.
We'll save some time if you help me retrieve everything we need for the train.
Very possibly. But such actions are beyond my mandate.
You're
You
right.
are very lazy, Oscar.
I really should rid myself of the delusion that you are useful to me in some way.
Wow.
You should limit
Jesus
your
Christ.
requests for help
Kate?
to my actual capabilities, Kate Walker.
It's just that sometimes you look just so human.
And he doesn't even mention anything about that.
This guy.
He has nothing to say.
Speaking of mechanical problems,
This train has...
Alright, cool. There we go. So now, we do actually have to go and listen to a conference thing. And I'm just gonna check. I couldn't go, like, anywhere here, right? Nope. And if we go up and over onto the other side, I'm pretty sure we can't do anything on that side either, going, like, forward towards the wall. So I guess we need to, like, have wound up the train and then go these, like, another 10 feet just in order to get over to this side and actually access the wall and all that. Because, yeah, we can't just walk across the railroad. Didn't your mom ever tell you to not walk across railroads? It's dangerous. Oh, and I can't walk here. I think I'm just gonna make a cut. Just because I've been so slow lately. I'm just gonna quickly cut and walk up to the university. You don't have to see this. Well, I guess this is kind of interesting to see, at least. Just the station without a train. All of the screens without a train. I actually do want to, like, take a quick look around. God damn it, even when I was trying to be nice and cutting, just to save some time. Nope. Gotta look around. Yeah, this looks neat. And I mean, I'm not gonna, like, cut all the travel if there's a lot of walking to be done. That's the game. Like, if that's what you do, then that's what you do, but I just figured I wanted to make it up to you, but these beautiful vistas should make it up to you on their own, right? Right? But I'll cut now. Oh wait, hold on. I just want to talk to this guy again. Because now I've like... Oh yeah, we need to talk to everyone. We need to talk to the rectors as well. Because like, I've moved my train now, so... They shouldn't have any problems anymore. So there's going to be new stuff to talk about.
I'm sorry to
What?
I don't think you've been...
That's not new.
I've got it.
There we
I
go.
found a winding machine. Down over there, along the track.
A winding machine? I knew that strange gizmo had something to do with trains. How does it work then?
I was going to ask you the same question.
What do you mean?
Miss, I only feed the
What do you
birds
mean?
and
We've
water the
already
plants.
used it. We
Mechanical
know how it
stuff's
works.
just not in the job description, okay?
God damn it.
I feel like I've lost my...
Hey,
The name Hans... I won't...
Whoops. No, no,
I'm
no.
sorry. Okay, let's get the story straight.
There we go.
My train has left your station, so it won't disturb your peace and quiet anymore. And nothing was broken. At least I hope not.
the train and the station made to go together after all, miss.
But, I mean, I thought it frightened your birds.
Go figure. Reckon it gave them a little entertainment after all.
So I could have left it here after all.
All these birds...
God damn it.
It was... You... What... You...
It was
I
just
won't-
a massive overreaction. Can I cut now? I'm gonna cut now. Goodbye, guy.
Oh,
Hey, baby, you
just who...
Just saying goodbye. And here we go.
Gentlemen, I'm off.
which no
I haven't introduced...
perfect pure
I want to express my
There we
gratitude.
go.
Thanks to you, I can carry on my journey.
We would also like to thank you for repairing our bandstand.
You already gave me
was
$100
beyond
bucks.
all hope.
Allow us to wish you good luck. And see you next year at enrollment time, perhaps.
I doubt it, but thanks anyway.
It was beyond all hope that someone would just, you know, like, press their finger down on the little scale thing to, like, simulate the weight of the egg and just open up the lock and then just go in and pull one lever. I'm sure, like, any student could have figured that out if you just said, like, put up a notice, say, like, hey, students, you get, like, tomorrow off if you fix the bandstand. It would be fixed in, like, 10 minutes.
Can you possibly...
But I guess it was convenient for us.
Does the name...
Idea.
Free?
My...
What about
No,
What?
the
You mean...
Jen?
I finally managed to get my train out of the station. Everything may return to normal. I hope you're happy.
Yes, we are now very satisfied, and we thank you, miss, for respecting our regulations. A train should first stop, then
Oh my God.
subsequently leave
He's stuck
to
on repeat.
leave space for other trains.
There we go. One more little problem we've managed to tie up, and now we can return to some highbrow concerns.
That idea...
Yep, alright, cool.
Here we
There we go. And now, farewell, Mr. Rector's men. I will now probably not see you again. Maybe. And I'm just gonna check something. If we go back to the classroom, did he leave his mammoth, or our mammoth doll over there? Can we just go and pick it up? Or did he bring it with him to the lecture? Probably. He probably has it, because you can't just, like, take it and leave. That wouldn't work. Oh, it is right there.
I don't need that for the time.
I don't need it, but I do. I guess that is actually... I kind of don't like that. Because, I mean, it was nice that you had to go to the lecture to, like, get the mammoth back to proceed, but at this point you don't really need to go to the lecture. Like, why does she even care? She has more important stuff to do, so she really should just take the mammoth doll and just go. So it would have been nicer if they at least had, like, a line specifically recorded where if you try to take it, she would say, like, I should listen to the lecture first, because he, like, prepared it just for this mammoth. Like, I need to find out more about it, or something like that. Or just have him, like, bring it with him
There you are,
to
Miss
the
Walker.
lecture.
Good.
That would
Good.
also make sense.
Take a seat quickly. I'm impatient to start my lesson.
Yeah, and these two guys are positively shaking in their seats. Oh, I guess there's a few more.
My young friends, a very exciting discovery, unimaginable up until only a few hours ago, has come into my hands and has finally allowed me to complete my study on the mysterious Yukol people. Lights, please. The Yukols are a people from the far north.
God, that's loud.
Very little is known. They live far away, very far away, on the frozen borders of Siberia. This distance and the climatic conditions of the region, which are unfavorable to human existence, have limited the size of the Yukol population and kept it out of reach of the scientific world. The handful of slides that follow are actually the only documentation we have in our possession. It was a Russian explorer who made these drawings and took these photographs 100 or so years ago. Today, we owe what we know about the Yukol people and their culture to him. We know that the origins of the Yukols date back
Why
to
is
the
that guy
last
even
ice
here?
age. Curiously, evidence of their presence has been found in Western Europe, and more precisely in the prehistoric caves at the heart of the Alps. This people, it seems, undertook a long migration over centuries towards the far north of the globe. The reasons for this migration are due to the importance of the mammoth in their craft, trade, and culture. They used them for transportation and as beasts of burden. The mammoth brought them meat, skins, fat, and ivory. Man and animal lived in symbiosis. There's no doubt about it. Mammoths started to drift away from the region due to changing climatic conditions, and the Yukols followed them to the north, to the edges of Syberia. Prehistoric cave drawings, identified as Yukol in origin, first led me to the extraordinary hypothesis that the Yukols had managed to domesticate the mammoth. They are, to the best of our knowledge, the only prehistoric people to represent a man riding a mammoth. Today, because of this genuine mammoth skin effigy, identified by myself as an authentic Neolithic object, I can confirm this hypothesis. Yukol forebears managed to tame mammoths. Prehistoric man uses little imagination. He draws what he sees and represents scenes from real life. This familiar day-to-day object is actually a children's toy. As we have seen, Yukol existence was inextricably linked to that of the mammoth. They used its skin for clothing and to make the roofs and walls of their houses. They used the tusks to build the frameworks of their homes, as well as weapons, tools, and jewelry. Curiously, the disappearance of the mammoth 12,000 years ago had no immediate effect on the Yukol's way of life. It seemed that for a long time after, the people maintained their strong bond with the mammoth through the centuries. As incredible as it may seem, the Yukol people have continued right up until the start of this century to feed themselves on mammoth meat and to use the skin for clothing and shelter. Their ivory craftwork industry is still flourishing.
Industry?
It would appear that to preserve ancestral customs, the Yukols learned how to exploit through the centuries the large number of frozen mammoth carcasses that were perfectly preserved in the ice of the Siberian tundra. They have been able to live mainly off this enormous freezer stock for almost 30 centuries. As plausible as this explanation may seem, it seems it is not enough for the scientific community who, I will confess, is greatly perplexed by the question. In the absence of acceptable scientific evidence, we have to make do with Yukol shaman artifacts. The research department that I have the honor to represent today lends no credence to the myths and legends that these tribal charlatans peddle. We have to take their stories at face value, mere tales to while away the long Siberian winter. The legend of the Siberian ice ark is a very good example. You are invited to find out for yourselves from the pamphlet that I had passed around to you.
Do I get a pamphlet?
This legend would have us believe that today, somewhere on a lost island to the north of Syberia, there are living mammoths still in existence, a sort of hangover from the Ice Age. This small herd has been miraculously preserved for more than 120 centuries by the Yuko's tender care. And the island on which the pachyderms are said to live is called Syberia. My friends,
Not
I
very
advise you
creative
to
name.
resist the temptation you may have to believe in this pish and tish. The island of Syberia is not charted on any map, and the idea that mammoths have survived to the 21st century is an idle scientist's pipe dream. The Yukos were sadly among the first victims of the colonization of continental Syberia led by the Russians in the 20th century. The Kolkhoz and Sovkhoz systems, as well as the exploitation, disdain, and humiliation people had to suffer, marked a definitive break in the Yukos' traditional lifestyle. Since the collapse of the communist regime, the Yuko population finds itself confronted with the same political and social upheavals that other Siberian communities are experiencing. There are two consequences to arise from this. Some Yukos have lost their tribal identity and have integrated into the Russian population. Others, however, have sought long and hard to re-establish links with their ancestral culture that was lost under the Soviet regime. Now, at the start of the 21st century, the last true surviving Yukos have gone to live on the vast territories of their ancestors. Nobody knows today where they live or how they survived. Their very existence would be a matter for speculation if they did not turn up periodically at the tundra's most isolated fur trading posts to exchange mammoth tusks for essential items. There ends my lecture for today. Thank you for being among us today, Miss Walker. Please make your way to the laboratory where you will find your mammoth doll. There are also photocopies of my lectures should you so require them.
That guy was really... Oh my god, what the heck? What did he just do? He just, like, did a little jig and spawned out of the ground, almost. I don't know. This version of the game sure is odd. And this guy just died. Can I go this way? Oh no, he's alive.
No point.
They
It's
locked
not-
it after themselves. Okay. Man, that was a longer lecture than I remembered or thought it was. Like, that took a while. And I do feel like it could have been done a little bit better, like, just game-wise. Like, for one thing, the projector was really fucking loud and annoying. Like, it was hard to hear. And it didn't even sound like a projector at all. It sounded like... it was just weird, like, white noise, which isn't really how a projector works at all. So... that was an annoying noise, and then there wasn't any, like, flickering. The image was just perfectly, like... it was just, like, an image just spliced on the screen. Like, it didn't make any sense, really. Oh, there's the notes. I'm gonna save here, and we'll get the notes. Where do I save? New? I don't know. Have I saved today? I can't even remember. Did I? Oh, I didn't even save at the end of the last episode. That's why. Well, not that it matters, I hope. I'm gonna say blue screen right now and lose everything. That would suck. So let me end the episode here. Next time, because yeah, that did take much longer than I thought. Next time, we'll get the doll, we'll get the notes, we'll talk to him before we do that, just to see if he has anything else to say. And then we'll go back, and then we'll get to the wall. And finally see what that's about. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Actually, wait, hold on. I just thought of something. I wanted to test something I thought of during the lecture. That is, if you go to the options and you turn down sound, does that turn down the voices as well? Let me just... yeah, it does. Okay, alright, cool. That's all I wanted to see, because I was just wondering, maybe... sound wasn't the voices, so if you turn down sound, you would turn down like the projector noise, but not the actual sound of the voices. But it does. So yeah, you couldn't really hear very well in that segment at all. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and this time I will see you next time. Bye bye.